Yo, 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 yo. Happy Monday, everybody. Happy Broadcasting Building Monday. This is what's going on today. We decided to go back. We're going to call it Bro Building MiniDV Monday. Okay? Got the M in there for MiniDV. Okay. Happy Bro Building MiniDV Monday. Got a collection of here. Got a little collection here of a couple old camcorders, vintage camcorders, retro camcorders from back in the day. So we're gonna show you what we got. Did I got the right one? Yeah. I got a lot of them in here. Okay. We'll start off with this. No, we're not gonna start off with that one. I got a bunch of them in here to unload. I try to have them right, nice and neat. As you can see, they're in here real nice and neat. Yeah, keeping it real. Okay. These are all from shopgoodwill.com. Keeping it real, shopgoodwill.com. I think I bought one of them off of eBay, and yeah, that's pretty much it. So what I do is I go back and we bringing back cameras. We're bringing them back to life. We're going to be using them for, you can use them for live streaming. I don't do live streaming very much. I don't do live videos. I do pre-recorded videos normally. Like this video right now is going to be uploaded right away, but it's not live. It's live to you, but it's live to me, but I don't need to be live. But I can go live if I want to. Now, I'm recording right now on my phone. Most people, this is what they use. They use their phone. I'm using the Motorola G, the 2025 Motorola G. Yeah, wow, whatever. It doesn't matter what you use. So that's what this video is all about. Bro Building Flashback MiniDV Day. That's what this is today. Okay? So we're bringing back a lot of MiniDVs, and what we're gonna pull out one of my oldest ones real quick. We're gonna go. This one right here is pretty old. This is a MiniDV from 1998. Look at it real good, 1998. Okay? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring this back to life. And you notice it says on the side, 180K, wow. You know everybody's trying to brag about their cameras, talking about I got 4K camera, I got an 8K. What does that say? 180K, okay? 180K, yeah. So if I wanna brag, I'm bragging now, 180K. You got a 4K camera, so what? Other person got a 8K camera, so what? Look what I got, 180K. So this is the JVC GR-DV M5. Came out in 1998, okay? We're gonna talk about this for a minute. So how am I gonna bring this back to life? This is what we're gonna talk about. The fact of it is, how can I bring this back to life? Let me bring my camera in a little bit here. Okay, yeah, just kicking back. It's a beautiful day. It's kind of warm out here today. It's probably like 88 degrees out here today. It's kind of warm. So, yeah, we're going to bring this back to life. How are we going to bring this back to life? I'm going to tell you. For one thing, I don't have a battery for it. Okay? There's no battery. So this is going to be a kind of a tricky one. And I would have to get like a dummy battery to go in here, a dummy battery, and find out what voltage this runs off of. Most of these run off around 7.2, 7.4 volts. And that's not hard to really look up and find out what the voltage is, but I would have to make a battery, a dummy battery, or find one on eBay, and that can be very pricey. So these are bro tips for today, okay? These are bro tips telling you guys, hey, if you want to save money, if you want to bring cameras back to life, that's what this is all about. Bro Building MiniDV Broadcasting Monday. I know it's a long title. We'll fit it in there somehow. So in this case, I don't have a battery for it. I bought this camera a long time ago. I think I got this probably like in 2021, 2020, 22, maybe even 2020. And like I said, no battery. I got this for like really cheap, probably like 10 bucks or something like that off of shopgoodwill.com. And it has the flip out screen, which is nice. I don't know all the details about it. It has 100x digital zoom, blah, blah, blah. You can look at more details about this camera if you want to look it up and stuff. But these were very pricey back in the day. We're talking about probably around 1,800 bucks for this camera back in 1998. 1,800 bucks. Can you imagine that? And I remember exactly what I was doing in 1998, and I didn't have anything like this. I had probably an 8mm camera back in that day. Back at that time, I think, yeah, I got an 8mm, like a Sony 8mm camera. I had one with a built-in printer. That's crazy. We had a built-in printer, but it was a camcorder with a built-in printer, Sony. I don't remember the exact model, but that's what I was using back in 1998. Still have VHS camcorders and things like that. So this was very pricey, like I said, we're probably talking about 1,800 bucks back in that time. Yeah, I looked at a couple of these already, and we're going to go through the other ones that I'm talking about as well. But we're going to bring this back to life. And what we're going to do, first of all, we're going to convert this. We're going to connect it to a recorder monitor. I got those little small recorder monitors. You can buy those. You can get them for various prices. I think the cheapest one I've seen so far is like 20 bucks. And they're DVR recorders, and they record onto an SD card, so you can take something like that and you can attach it to a camera like this, and then you can record using the optics in the camera. The zoom, the power, and all the other functions from the camera can go into the DV recorder, and they're real small. So it's small enough to actually fit like on the side here. You could take some Velcro, stick it on the side, and you can record directly on that DVD recorder, that digital video recorder, and you could use the monitor to see what you're recording. So that would be really cool. The other option is using your computer at home. If you have a computer, everybody has a computer, laptop, something, you could use OBS. I use OBS, and that stands for, I keep forgetting what it, Open Broadcast Software, whatever. It's free. You can get that online, OBS. Man, my hair is looking jacked today. I know. It's looking all tangled and wrangled, but you know what? Don't worry about it. So anyway, you can bring these back to life using hooking it up to your computer. Now this one has AV jacks in the front, and that's the thing I want to talk about. A lot of cameras don't have AV jacks. Most of them do. You see the first connector at the top says microphone. The second one says AV, and then the last one is FireWire. Okay, that's your FireWire. And that's how you would normally, the little door just popped off, that's okay. That's how you normally transfer your video footage. This is MiniDV, so this is a tape-based camera. You open it up like this. Can I open it up? Let's see. Okay, yeah, you open it up like that, boom, and it takes the MiniDV tapes. I just brought a couple DV tapes to show you. This is for the new people out there, the young people, because they don't even know about this stuff anymore, because people don't use tapes anymore. This is the MiniDV tapes, okay? This is actually a JVC tape inside of a Maxwell case, okay? This is the size of this is the tape. That's the box right there. Let me open it up so you can actually see the tape. Like little tiny mini VHS tapes. I wish I would have had this back in 1998, but you know, it didn't happen. I didn't have this it says Victor on there. Victor stands for this is a JVC tape. Trust me, it was I think it was called I can't even remember how it was, but Victor stands for JVC. So this tape would go in here, and then this thing would pop out electronically and open up and all that kind of stuff, and that's how you would use it. We're gonna close that up, close this back up. So this is the JVC once again, the GRDV M5. We're gonna bring it back to life from 1998. 1998. Look at that baby. It's in real good condition. The view, oh, this part does come out. Okay, that part pops out. Yeah, that part pops out. You get your eyepiece pops out. Bam. This is nice. This is, like I said before, probably about 1,800 bucks, which is a lot of money back in that day. Okay. So you guys get a good look at it, and remember what I was telling you guys before. 180K. 180K. How you doing, man? 180K. Brothers want to brag and brag on their stuff and talk about they got 4K camera, they got an 8K camera. This is 180K. You see what I'm saying? So that's what I'm talking about. Okay, enough of that one. The next one came out in 1999. This is a JVC, a little smaller, a little bit more compact. The last one was, you see it says in the front 200. The last one was 100. So this is a 200x zoom. This one also has the FireWire, but they put the FireWire right here in this little part right there. And the FireWire was very popular back then. This one was, I believe I think this one was 1,700. This was 1,700 bucks, $1,700 in 1998. I didn't have this in 1998. I paid like 20 bucks for this. I'm keeping it real. 20 bucks. It looks nice, real smooth. So it's got stereo microphones at the top. Okay, stereo microphone. This is a very nice unit. This right here pops out. The eyepiece pops out. Not LCD. What do they call this? Viewfinder, electronic viewfinder pops out. Bam! This is a real nice unit back in 1999. This was 1999. The other one was $19.98. This one was $19.99. Okay. Got your pop-out screen, and it says polycrystalline. How they say it? Polycrystalline silicon TFT active matrix LCD monitor. Okay. So this was a very, very cool camera to get back in that day. See the button controls and everything? Real nice. The guy got some headphones on and he's singing. So anyway, you pop out the side thing here, and boom, that's your earphones. Your earphones go in there. Now this did not have microphone input. The other camera had microphone input, so you could plug up like a shotgun microphone. You could build this onto a rig. They wasn't doing that back in 1999. They wasn't doing that, but you could build this into like a complete rig, and then you could be filming and whatever. You got your little hand strap over here, which is cool. So you had your little hand strap here, and this is how you used to film back in the day. Okay. 1998. We're looking at 1,700 bucks. 1,700 bucks. Read my lips. $1,700 way back in 1990. Did I say 1999? 1999. I'm sorry. 1999 on this one. And we'll compare them real quick. This one's 1998. See the size difference? Both of them JVC. Now this was also the CyberCam. You notice it at the top. It says CyberCam. Look at that. CyberCam. This is my CyberCam. So this is the one that went with the Cybertruck. Yeah, this is. You could call any of these CyberCams because they got that silver texture. I think they look really cool. CyberCam. Now we're going to show. These are the JVCs. Once again, 1998, 1999. Now the next one we're going to show. I'm going to compare. I'm going to compare it by size. 2000. We're going to 2000. Bam. Canon. Okay, had to break out a different brand. Sorry. But look at the size difference. Okay, got smaller. Isn't that cool? Okay, this is the Canon Allura. This is the Canon Allura. What is this? The the Allura 2MC. The 2MC. This was 1,800 bucks. I just looked this one up a little while ago. I was like, wow. I was very, very impressed. $1,800. Okay, this is the Allura, and I remember when I bought this one. I think I got it for like 10 bucks, 10 or 20 bucks. From Shop Goodwood. I think I got this one on eBay. I got this one on eBay. Okay, the Canon Allura. So we got the JVCs, the two JVCs, and like I said, look at the size. It was a little bit bigger, and then it got smaller, and bam. And now what do we use? Our cell phones. We don't even need this stuff anymore, right? So I'm the kind of guy. This is a throwaway society. Most people would throw this stuff away, give it to the Goodwill, whatever. That's how I got it, because it came from the Goodwill probably. But I decided to bring these back to life. Now we're going to show one more. This is my baby right here, the Sony. Okay? This is actually from a later year. This is actually, believe it or not, this one is from 2007. 2007. Got the gun, the pistol gun look, okay? Got the bigger screen here, of course. Got a wide screen instead of a 4x3. Okay, this is a nice system. This one actually works too. Did I charge it up? This one, yeah, you heard it come on. Sony, boom. This one works. You see me in the screen, okay? Now, this is also a MiniDVR. Do I have a tape in here? I got a tape in this mug. It's rolling right now. It's recording. See it in record mode? Okay, maybe not. It says reinsert cassette. Anyway, turn it off. Okay, that's enough. This is a nice unit. This came out in 2007. Sony and Tony, the one and only. You know what I'm saying? Sony and Tony, the one and only. This is how it works. I love Sony. We've been talking a lot about Sony. I showed you guys a lot of Sony camcorders and stuff the other day. So we're not gonna talk about Sony today. We're gonna dismiss this. But this is the same principle. Let's see how we open it up here. How you open this thing up? I think I open it like this. How you open this mug up? I don't even know how to open this mug up. Oh wow. Wow, okay, there it is. You open it up and watch it. Can y'all see that? It should pop open. Should pop open in a minute. The tape should pop open. It's got tape in there, I think. I hear it. There it is. It just popped open. You heard that? This is the tape right here. It got tape in here. I actually recorded on this tape. This is the tape. MiniDV. Once again, this is Monday MiniDV broadcasting. Okay, bringing back MiniDV. Okay, pop the tape in like this. It's gonna go back down. Y'all see that? It's going back down, and then you shut the door. How you doing? Okay, so this is the Sony once again, and the model number on this one, if you guys want to know what the model number on this baby is, this is a DCR PC1000E. This is a PAL version. Okay, they got an NTSC version, and this is the PAL version right here. Like, you know, whatever, European, whatever. But I got this really cheap. Went from Goodwill.com. I had to have it. It came, all the accessories came with it. It's got a remote control that came with this and everything, and it came with a lot of stuff. It's pretty cool. So, MiniDV. This is MiniDV Monday. MiniDV Monday. We'll just call it that. MiniDV Broadcasting Monday. All right. Hey, my back's starting to hurt. It's weird. Tired. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you guys, thank you for tuning in today, because that's what this is all about. But we're not finished yet. What I want to show you is that I'm going to show you the how. That was 2007. I showed you from 1998 to 2007. I kind of like skipped over a lot of cameras in between that, and we're not going to trip on that. Once again, I did tell you this is MiniDV Monday, so we'll show one more MiniDV. I forgot what year this is. This might have been 2004, 2005, 2003. I can't remember. I think this was 2003, I think. It might have been later. I don't even remember. This is another MiniDV camera that came out and has the same capabilities. I can't find the power supply for this right now. That's why I've been using it. But you see an AV, there's your AV output right there. There's your AV output. There's your power supply that comes in. Once I find the power supply, I might start playing around with this one too. The purpose of bringing these cameras out, this one has a light in the front too. They didn't, you know, you turn the light on, and also that a lot of these have night vision and things like that. So the reason I'm showing you these cameras is because I was telling you about bringing them back to life. It's not about what you have, and I tell you guys this all the time. You know, a lot of people use their cell phones. A lot of people use whatever they have. I'm using the cell phone now, of course, but I like to experiment. I like to experiment and play around with different things, and that's why I do what I do. And if you want to do that, these are bro tips for you to do the same thing I'm doing. I feel like I'm looking in a different direction here. Let me adjust my camera here. It really feels kind of weird. Okay, let's give you a little bit more. I feel like it's too close. Okay. Always trying to be a perfectionist. So, MiniDV Monday. The lure. We're gonna talk about this. This is gonna be this is what I was kind of focusing on today. I was actually focusing on the JVC from 1999. I was focusing on this one because I like this one. I like it. It's more boxy, and it seems like it has everything, but it doesn't. And I'm gonna tell you why. This one does not have you got to put it in a docking station. If you guys know what I'm talking about, there's a docking station that this thing sits in, and then you can plug in your composite cables. So now you can plug it up to a monitor, or you can plug it up to another recorder, or whatever you want to plug it up to. This camera has that go in a docking station. I didn't like that. This camera also goes in a docking station. But the difference between this one, this is the 1998 version. The 1998 version has, once again, you look in the front, it has the AV output. The AV output is located right in the center. Your microphone input is also on here, so you can plug in a shotgun microphone, a wireless microphone system, whatever you want to plug in. This is perfect for like a little mini rig. This one is probably going to be a portable system for me. This one, probably not. Even though I like it, it's boxy, it's cool, it's the CyberCam. In order to take this one out, I got to put it in a docking station, and I don't have a docking station for it right now, but I might buy it. I saw it on eBay today. It was like $9.99, which isn't bad. With shipping, another $5. So you're looking at, I think it was like $14 altogether, $14.99 or something like that. So I'm probably gonna buy it, but you gotta plug it into a docking station which looks something like that. And then you got your RCAs, and then you can plug in your separate monitor. I think it had a quarter 20 on the bottom too, so you could probably take that whole docking station because it kind of locks. It locks the camera down, and then you could take the docking station, and then you could put it on a tripod. That's the only difference. This one, you could just screw it right onto the tripod. Now, all these have quarter 20 screws on the bottom where you can just screw them right in, but you have to have a docking station if you want your audio video cables to go into another monitor or something like that. You have to have a docking station for this camera. So I'm kind of like not liking that. But for home use, this one will be okay because you put it in a docking station, bam, set it up, do your video like I'm doing my video right now, set it up. I could actually plug this into the TriCaster. You know I got TriCasters, keeping it real. I haven't been talking about them lately. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it on this one. I got 7 TriCasters. You know, Tom Brady, yeah, I don't care. Tom Brady, everybody wanna brag on Tom Brady, got 7 rings. I got 7 TriCasters. All of them don't work. I'm keeping it real. I picked them up, got them used. My last one I just got $43. Keeping it real. 43 bucks. I got it off of eBay. I'm happy. It's the TriCaster Pro. It's the, you know, it came out not too long ago. Yeah, I'm looking at my phone because I don't want my phone to fall. I got it kind of rigged up here. I got it duct taped. Yeah, I'm keeping it real. All this technology, all these brackets and all this stuff I'm making, and I don't even have a phone holder, right? Yeah, because I'm not a phone person. So I got to get a phone clamp for it. I got one somewhere, but I don't know where it's at. I got iPad clamps. I got all kind of different clamps, but I don't know where they are. So I kind of duct taped it up here. It looks like it's kind of dripping down a little bit. So we're going to probably not talk too long on this. So that's what I want to talk about. I'm going to tell you guys, this is a bro tip of the day. If you have these type of cameras, this one right here, I can't get a battery for it. I can't find a battery for it. So I'm going to probably do some kind of rigging up to get this thing going, 7.4 volts, 7.2 volts, whatever. I'm probably going to do something to rig this one up. So far, you can look inside and you can see the spring in there, and you can see positive and negative and whatever, and I may just I don't know what I'm going to do on this one yet. I got to find a dummy battery. I want to find a dummy battery for it, or a battery that goes in here and then open the battery up, take the battery apart, and then I can solder some wires and make a dummy battery. So I'll probably do something like that for this one. Okay, this one right here, as far as the battery, we're going to show you something. The battery pops off right here. Very simple. Battery pops off, and I'm going to show you guys a secret here. I'm going to show you a secret. These batteries, you can't really get anymore because they're like really no good. This battery doesn't work. So what I'm going to do, there's a couple things you can do. You can take this battery all apart. You want to do a real good, you could take a knife and you could open it up, or a X-Acto blade or something, and you could really, you know, do something really fantastic and make a dummy battery out of this. Or what I'm going to do is, you see the terminals right here. You see the terminals? I'm a very simple person. Those terminals right there, and then you got your polarity right there in front of me. Okay, see the polarity? Positive, negative, positive, and negative. Positive and negative. That's the only thing you need to know, and you need to know the voltage. So if you look at this real quick, it's going to tell you the voltage, and the voltage on here is 7.2. It says 7.2, 700 milliamp lithium battery. Okay, that's what it says. I'll let you guys see that. I don't know if this thing is going to focus in on that or not. Focus. This thing on focus. I don't know if it's going to focus or not. I got upside down? Nope, it's right side up. Okay, so believe me, that's what it says. So what I would do, if you look inside here, you can see where it lines up. You see where it lines up, the terminals? All you do, you just stick a wire right in front of here, right in front of the terminal, positive. Stick one right here in front of the negative. Or you actually stick it right here, and you place it right in front, and you just pop the battery right in front with the wire sticking out a little bit. You know, strip down some wire, stick one for the positive, stick one for the negative, call it a day. How simple is that? And then you could put some tape in there too. You could just tape it in there. How simple is that? Line up your polarity, get a multimeter, get another power supply. I got a whole bunch of them laying around, a whole bunch of, you know, little AC to DC power supplies. And you chop the wires on one of them, chop the wires, stick them right in here, shut the door on the camera, and now you have power going into this camera. That's bro rigging. It's called bro rigging. You don't have to, a lot of times people, they spend too much time trying to figure out how they're gonna do something. I'm a quick person. I think real quick, and I'm like, how can I make this work? How can I make it work right now? Okay? So there's a lot of, if you want this to run off your car battery, you could go get one of those 12-volt adapters that you pop into your cigarette lighter, and then it has different switches on there, and you just switch the voltage down to about 7-8 volts, and you're good. You're running this off your car battery, or whatever battery you're gonna use. I'm not gonna be running off a car battery though, that'd be too much. So that's the key way of doing it. This thing may even run off of 5 volts. It might run off of 5 volts, which is like USB power. So I don't know. But the main thing is get those 2 wires in there. So you pop this off. I'm telling you guys, I'm giving you guys all this bro technology, bro tips. This is a bro gym for the day, how you want to call it. A lot of people don't know you can do this stuff. So you pop it open. Once again, look at the polarity, positive, negative. Stick the wire for the positive. You can make it red for positive, black for negative. Stick it right in there and just pop the battery in where the wires would go. In these 2 points right here. One here and one here, or whatever. Okay? So I want to show you guys that. So this one I'm gonna probably work on tonight. I'm probably gonna go I gotta go find one of my old power supplies. That's 7.2, 7.4, 7.5. It's not gonna kill it. So I'll find one of those power supplies and get this baby running tonight. Now, that's just gonna make the camera run and everything. I'll be able to do some video with it. I can record on a cassette and whatever, or on a mini DV tape. But unfortunately, this camera has no outputs, and that's the bad part about this camera. This camera has no output, so you can't plug it in to a monitor. You can't plug it into a recorder. You can't plug it into the TriCaster. I can't plug it into anything. Even OBS, I can't plug it in because it doesn't have any video out. You want video out, which is AV. It's going to say AV on the side of these little small camcorders. Now, if you don't have a small camcorder like this, say you got a big old giant RCA, I was going to bring out the Magnavox today. I got a Magnavox camcorder about that big. Even if you got one of those, they all have RCA jacks normally on them. It'll say audio out, video out, audio out, video out. So you take that signal and you run it into your recorder, whatever recorder you're using. And once again, you can get a mini recorder, the mini DVR. I'm gonna try to see if I can find a video of the guy. It's a bunch of guys doing it. They're using little cheap mini DV recorders. They're like 20 bucks or something like that. I don't use that one. I use the DIGITNOW recorder. I got 2 of those. And I like the DIGITNOW recorder. It has a 5-inch screen, 5-inch monitor. It records very well. And it comes with AV plugs. You got, I think, 3.5 millimeter on one side, and it has RCAs on the other side, and it also has HDMI input. So you can record high definition and standard definition. I love those recorders. They're usually a little pricey. My first one I got, I think it was like 100 bucks. And my second one I got, no, the first one I got was like 120 or something like that. And then the second one I got was like $89 or something. I got that one really cheap, or $90. So these are bro tips for today, okay? This is bro building. Once again, bro mini DV Monday. Bro mini DV Monday. Bro mini DV Monday. Bro mini DV Monday. So I wanted to show you guys that. Now I'm gonna show you one other thing here. This is one of my other cameras. This is from 2003. I think it's 2000. No, it's from 2001. 2001. Look at this baby. This is the Sony DSC F707. Came out in 2001. I get these mixed up. 2001. Got the swivel. Look at that. Ain't that nice? Swivel lens. Big old lens on here. This one I had hooked up to my TriCaster a couple days ago, and I was like, I just wanted to test it out. I got the power supply that works on this one. The other Sony camcorders I showed you the other day, the Sony hard drive camcorders, the Sony SR1 with the 30 gig hard drive, and then I showed you yesterday the HC1 from 2005, and the other ones were from 2006. They all got the same Sony connector, the same Sony power connector, which goes in the back here, okay? And you see where that yellow connector is? That yellow connector is your AV out. That's all you need. AV stands for audio, video. Audio and video. So your audio and video comes out of that yellow connector right there. And it's like a 3.5 millimeter cable. I didn't bring a cable, but you plug the cable in there and you got RCAs on the other side, and you would modify that to go into your recorder. Okay? You get adapters, and you can take the RCAs and go back down to 3.5 millimeter, and you can go back into your recorder, whatever kind of recorder you got. So this is just a gem of the day, just to let you know. I had this camera hooked up the other day. It was a cool camera. These cameras were very pricey back in the day. I don't even know how much this one was. This one was probably, you're probably looking at about $1,500 to $2,000 for something like this back in 2001. This was 2001 when this came out, okay? So this is Sony, probably their top of the line stuff back in the day. And I'm just keeping it real. Sony the one and only. Look at the little screen. That screen is small, okay? This wasn't no mirrorless camera or nothing. This is just a digital picture taking camera. You got, I think you can do video with this too. Let's see, it's got movie on here. I think you can do movies. Yeah, you can do video with this thing too. I don't think the video stuff was very good back then, but that's where the technology that we have nowadays, you're bringing it back to life. You're taking old technology and you're bringing it back to life. My camera is drooping down really bad here. Hang on here. Wow, this tape is not holding up because it's kind of warm out here today, and I don't want to turn off this video. Hang on here. Okay, so we're gonna probably end this video in a minute, but I just want to let you guys know, once again, broadcasting MiniDV Monday. Broadcasting MiniDV Monday. Broadcasting MiniDV Monday. We've been talking for like 21 minutes, it looks like. I can't hardly see the counter because I got so much duct tape around my phone, it's crazy. Ghetto rigged, bro rigged. But I'm keeping it real. So I want you guys to see that. I showed you guys all these other cameras now. So you can get a more modern camera right here. This is a nice one right here. This is not MiniDV. I'm just throwing it out here. This is an extra bonus footage for you guys today. This one right here, we're talking about a Canon Vixia HF100. I don't remember how much this one was. I got this one from the thrift store. Unfortunately, this one has some problems. I didn't pay much money for it. I think I only paid 20 bucks for it, but still, this one has some problems. It's got some problems with the focusing. It actually worked. This one actually has component out. Wow. This one has component out. And, oh. This one has component out. It has HDMI out. And this would have been a great camera. And I just wanted to say, I think this was a hard drive camera too. I think this was like a 40 gig hard drive camera. Was this the one? I can't remember. But it's the HF100. So something like this, if you have something like this laying around, you could use this, and you could just come out HDMI and go right into a small, $7, $8 capture card, and then out of the capture card into your computer OBS or your recorder. So this is what most people are using, something like this, to be more retro, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just wanted to go older and older and older. I want to see what kind of results I would get, because I do have a lot of cameras that are still functional. I showed you guys yesterday the Sony camera from 1987. I didn't bring out the 1985 one, but I got a one from 1985. That camera would not work very well in this scenario. I'm not sure if it has RCA jacks on the end of it or anything like that. But let me just say you something. If you want that old retro look, that old look, yeah, some of these cameras are good for that. Some of them are just ridiculous. I wouldn't recommend some of the real older cameras. I got some cameras from the 70s. I've got, yeah, I actually do. I think that my oldest one is 1965. My oldest one is 1965. It's black and white, and that's the Sony from 1965. I forgot the model number, whatever. Look it up, look at my old videos, and you'll see it. I did the last video I did, one of the videos I did with the XCam video back at the Rodecaster Museum, when I talked about a bunch of broadcast cameras. That camera's on there. It's from 1965. And that camera, I've never powered it up. So maybe one day I'll power it up and we'll see what it looks like. But I don't have very great expectations on those cameras. And a lot of the cameras, the older cameras in the 70s, the 60s, and whatever, even all the way in the 80s, They were tube cameras. They weren't CCD cameras. Charge coupled device, that's what that stands for, CCD. So I'm giving you some more information, giving you guys more information. We had to learn about all this kind of stuff, and I had to learn about this stuff in high school and high school. That's where I first started learning a lot of electronics. Charge coupled device, that's the actual, I guess you want to call it the chip. You know, charge coupled device, that's when everything became chips rather than tubes. It used to be tubes before that. So the cameras had tubes in them, big old long tubes, depending on how big your camera is, okay? It was crazy. I don't really recommend those tube cameras and stuff. You can do it though, just for fun. You can even hook a tube camera up to OBS. So there's a lot of different converters that you can buy, and you can just stay on the cheap end. You don't have to spend a lot of money. I would say back in the 2010, you know, to buy one of those converters were very pricey back then. You know, you could get a converter, might cost you $400 or $500. Now you can get them for like $9, okay? Depending on what signal that you want to convert to. From composite to component to HDMI, from HDMI back to component, whatever you're trying to do, you just got to think about it. Now, all these cameras I'm showing you guys today, MiniDV Monday, MiniDV Monday, MiniDV Monday, okay? These are all composite. So you don't got to worry about high definition coming out of none of these cameras, okay? These cameras did not have that capability. You know, you start getting into 2000, I think 2005, 2007, then you start to run into cameras with HDMI. Now, even this camera right here, still composite. It didn't have HDMI because this is not high definition. It might look cool and everything, but it wasn't high definition. Okay. Later on, Sanyo Exacti. I just threw this out here, another bonus. Okay, Sanyo Exacti got a little dent right here. I don't know how I got that dent in there. Well, I got it like that. But this camera right here was very expensive when this camera came out. $700, $800 right here. Got a nice flip out screen. Is it gonna come on? Yeah, it's trying to come on. Trying to come on. Kind of talks to you when it comes on and everything. Okay? Got the lens cap on it. It works. You see me in there. Bam, it works. This is a high definition camera. This one came out, I can't remember what year, I think it was like 2007 or somewhere where this one came out. This camera right here has high definition, it does not have a high definition connector in the back. So you can't really use this camera to go to an external monitor unless she goes into the docking station. This is another camera that requires that docking station. See the connector in the back? It has a docking station. You got to go into that docking station, and then you come out of the docking station, you got that HDMI connector, and this was a pain in the butt. I took this around. It takes very good video and everything. It's got a pop-up light right here. You hit this button right here, got a pop-up light. Look at that, that's nice. Bam. High definition. I've got 40s. Yeah, I keep it real. I got 40s. This was the HD. This was the which one was this? This is the 1000 or the 1010. I can't remember. Where's it say that? I don't know. It don't matter. But I've got like 4 of these. Okay. Back in 2007, I didn't have 4. I had 1. Okay. I'm keeping it real. 1. Read my lips. 1. And I paid a lot of money. I paid like $700. I remember when I bought it. I bought it at Fry's Electronics, the largest electronics store in the world, where your best buys is guaranteed at Fry's. Because I used to work there. That was the slogan. So those are the bro tips for today. Once again, Mini Monday DV, Mini DV Monday, Mini DV Monday, Mini DV Monday. That should be keeping it short right there. Mini DV Monday. That's what this is all about. So today is DV camcorders. I got more DV camcorders too. I got a lot of DV camcorders. My high-end camcorders were the XL H1s. XL H1s. I've got 4 of those. XL H1s. Canon XL H1. I got 4 of those, and those are professional prosumer. I guess you want to call it prosumer. They weren't really ENG, electronic news gathering, but I guess you could do electronic news gathering with those, but they were on the prosumer circuit. Those are probably my highest end cameras that I have that are HD. And then I got the Z1U. I've got 3 of those, 4 of those. 4 of the Sony Z1U HDV cameras that were all HDV. And then I got the HD 1000s, 2 of those. Those are MiniDVR. I got a lot of MiniDVR cameras. And then we go all the way back down to the Canon XL1. I got 2 of those. And then 1 Canon XL2. Yeah, I know my stuff, trust me. But ask me when I got this stuff. Yeah, just the last 4 or 5 years, I accumulated those cameras because of my status, okay? Being able to shop online, shopgoodwill.com. I told you shopgoodwill.com. I got 3 of my XL-H1s from shopgoodwill.com. And then the other one came from like eBay. I think I got the last one from eBay. But you can do the same thing. That's why I'm telling you guys about this stuff. People will say, hey, well, Tony, how'd you get that? How'd you get that camera? How'd you get that Panasonic P2 broadcast camera? Shopgoodwill.com. I bought cameras for as low as $20. Lower than that, some $10, $8. You know, so the XL ones I pay a little money for. I'll keep it real. Those weren't cheap. Pay a little money for those. But I think I paid like $150 per camera or something like that. Maybe a little more, maybe a little more. But you can do the same thing. But you don't have to buy a big broadcast camera to do what we're doing here. What am I using? I'm using my phone. And that's what this is all about. So I'm kind of educating and kind of going back in the past and kind of reminiscing, but at the same time showing you guys, you know, what people used to do, how they invested back in the day. Like I said, back in 1998, somebody paid $1,800 for this, okay? Somebody paid whatever, $1,800 for these 2 cameras back here. Imagine that, that's $4,000 for these 2 cameras. Somebody paid that back in those days. And to me now, when you go back and you look at it, you go like, wow, you got ripped off. Not really, I mean, because back then that was top of the line. You know, you wanted a camcorder that you could just easily put in your pocket, and you didn't want to have a big old VHS camcorder. You know, you wanted to be modern. You know, you say you were at a party, a dinner party or something like that, and you wanted something that was, you know, really, you know, top of the line back then. Michael Jackson and the celebrities and whoever. This is probably what they had. I remember there was one camera that Michael Jackson had. It was a Sony. I don't remember the model number, but everybody's been popping. It's been popping up lately, and now it's going for a lot of money because Michael Jackson had it, right? Yeah. Celebrities, you see celebrities with a certain camera, you know, you're like, wow, I want that, right? So, yeah, Michael J. Fox, Back to the Future, Doc Brown's camcorder. Everybody says it was Michael J. Fox's camcorder, but if you go back and you watch the movie, it was Doc Brown's, okay? And Doc Brown even said, hey, grab my camcorder. Michael J. Fox didn't afford that back. He was, how old was he back in, he was in high school, okay? He was 15 years old, supposedly, in the movie. So he couldn't afford that camcorder back in the day. That camcorder is probably $2,000 or $3,000, okay? Michael J. Fox was, you seen how they were. You seen how he was living. You seen how their house was. Had that beat up truck. Oh, that was Biff's truck. Yeah, that was Biff's truck. Anyway, so when you go back and you look in the 80s and you look at the 70s, you look in the 90s, whatever, and you start to visualize, just like right now, everybody wants what, iPhone 16, 17? I guess 18's coming out. I don't know, 17, 18. Everybody wants an iPhone 16 or 17. Right now they're expensive. I don't know how much they are, $1,000 or something. Okay, wait a while. Just wait a while. I tell everybody, just wait a while. I'll wait. I'll get one. I'll probably have an iPhone 16 in 10 years from now. 10 years from now. So when I get mine, what am I going to get my iPhone 16 for? $50, $20, and then everybody will have the iPhone 25 or whatever. It doesn't matter. So that's what this is all about. It's appreciating. I'm appreciating old technology. And I'm going to just say one more thing. I don't like to see people destroy technology. If you want to destroy something, you want donate it. I'd rather for you to donate it, give it away, donate to my channel, donate it to me. Okay, go to my channel, hit me up, inbox me. You got some old camcorders or something, donate them. Okay, don't destroy them. I put them in the Broadcaster Museum. That's what the Broadcaster Museum is about. Now I'm still building the Broadcaster Museum. Eventually, I'll be able to show you guys all the cameras that I have. I have a lot of cameras. I'll be able to show you all the cameras and all the things that go with the Broadcaster Museum. We got recorders, all kinds of stuff, weird stuff, Panasonic TVs, all kinds of stuff. And that's what the Broadcaster Museum is. I created the Broadcaster Museum. I started creating it, and I think like 2020 or 2021, and that's when everybody was at home and we couldn't go nowhere and everybody was on lockdown, so I had to do something. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go back, and I'm gonna go back in the past, and some of the things I always wanted, I'm gonna look and see if I can find some of those things, and we're gonna create an educational Broadcaster Museum to show you guys about this type of stuff. Because the young people right now, they've never seen any of this type of stuff. A lot of old people have never seen this kind of stuff. You know, like I said, 1,800 bucks, okay? $1,800, $1,800, okay? JVC, 1,800 bucks. Back in 1999, 1998. 1999, 1998. Imagine that, okay? Going back to Canon, MiniDVR Monday, $1,800. The Allura, okay? The Allura MC2, the Allura 2 MC, the Allura MC2, 1,800 bucks. Who can afford that? This is in 2000. And now, you might find it in a thrift store. You might get lucky. You might find one for $5 at a thrift store. If you go online, and with price gouging, everybody wants top of the line, big money now. They want big money. You're lucky if you can find any of these cameras. So I bought these, like I said, a long time ago. I used to be at home. I used to be bidding on this stuff. When my mom was alive, I got a lot of these when she was alive, and I was like, you know what? How much I get that for? Oh, I got that for $8. I didn't have much money. And I was like, okay, I'm just gonna bid. I bid online, and I got it for $8, $10, whatever, and I'm happy. Now it's time to put them to use. Because a lot of people ask me, I remember my boy Richard T used to get on me all the time. He said, man, why you buying that camera, man? Do it work? Do it work? I used to look at him and go, man, don't even ask me that question. Because I buy not based on does it work. You got to remember. What is my title? Computer animation, three-dimensional, holographic, digital video, broadcast electronics. I'm a technician by trade, okay? I'm an electronic technician by trade, okay? I'm talking about from capacitors to diodes to transistors, you name it, all the way down to the wire. So when I buy something, I don't buy it based on it working. It's nice if it works, okay? Read my lips. It's nice if it works, but most of the time, I can't count on that. My goal is to get it for a good price, okay? If you're gonna sell me this JVC Cybercam from 1999, this is a Cybercam once again. If you're gonna sell me the JVC Cybercam in 1999, and this was an $1,800 camera, and you're gonna sell it to me for $5, $10, $20, I don't care if it works. That's a McDonald's Happy Meal. Not anymore. Happy Meal's probably a lot more money now. What do you get for $5 now? Some fries? Okay? Go to McDonald's, you can get some fries for $5. What did I get? A Cybercam, a $1,800 camera, a $1,800 video camera, bam, with the flip out screen from 1999. So when I buy things, I'm not buying based on whether it's working. I'm buying it based on the technology back then. I'm like, wow, I wish I would have had this in 1999. I wish I would have had this in 1999. But instead of wishing, it's here. Bam. It's appeared. It's here. Thank you. Thank you, Genie. So that's my basic concept for buying things. And sometimes my mom used to always tell me, I'm not gonna buy you nothing new because you're gonna take it apart. That's what she used to buy me. She used to tell me that back in high school, in junior high. Buy me a little toy car, I'm gonna take that mug apart because I wanna know how it works. I wanna know what kind of motor is in there. I wanna see the wires. I wanna get down to the nitty gritty. I've always been like that. I've always been curious, okay? Curiosity, okay? Curiosity, that's what we're talking about. So if you're curious and you go to the thrift store and you buy an old camcorder and you buy it for $5 or $10 or whatever you buy it for, 20 bucks, you wanna take it apart, take it apart. Can you go to Walmart and buy a camera right now for $5? Walmart, yeah. Walmart's a pretty cheap place, right? Can you go to Walmart and buy a camera for $10? No. Can you go to the dollar store and buy a camera for $10. No. I'm talking about, what is it, Dollar General, Family Dollar. A lot of those stores are closed down now. But can you go to those stores and buy a camera for $5? No. That's why Bro Budget Building MiniDV Monday. That's why we have this day. Okay, this is a national holiday. We're gonna call it a national holiday. Bro Building DV Monday. What's today? I think it's the 14th today. My dad's in there watching. He's watching that wrestling right now. What is it? Monday Raw wrestling, whatever. He's watching that right now. Keeping it real. So while he's watching that, I'm making my video. I don't care about all the sports stuff. I don't care about the football games, the Super Bowl, the hockey games, the baseball, what is it, Sacramento A's now? Sacramento A's baseball. I think they lost a lot of games. I don't care about that. It doesn't affect me. What I care about is MiniDV Monday. MiniDV Monday, okay? Read my lips. Read my lips. MiniDV Monday. MiniDV Monday. That's what we're talking about. So, once again, you go back in time and you say, okay, what am I interested in? And I'm saying this to you out there, folks. I'm saying this to you out there. What are you interested in? So you say, okay, 10 years ago, I used to like to ride horses. And this is what kind of horse I wanted. Go back and look and see if you can find that horse. That's probably not a good analogy. It's got to be something more physical, something more, a car. Let's just use a car. 10 years ago, say you wanted a certain type of car. You know I have a couple cars, right? Yeah. I looked for them. I picked them out. I went back in time, try to find a good price, make a deal with somebody, and get the car you want. Now, speaking of that, we're going to bring this up really quick. I should have brought that out here today. I think we're going to bring that out. We're going to do a video about that in the next couple days. The Bro Retro Metro. We're going to be calling it the Brocades, okay? That's going to be called the Brocades. But it's the Bro Retro Metro Brocades. Still working on that. Got all the parts, pretty much. But I got it on I got everything on like a small mini workbench that I built. The motor controller, been testing it all out. I haven't tested it out lately, but I did test it out like last month, I think. And I bought this phone specifically for that because I needed to download the app. Okay, it was really, really weird. Far Driver. It was a Far Driver app. And my free phone, I was using free phones for a long time. Yeah. So I keep everything on a budget. You might see me with an expensive, you might see me with an expensive $1,800 camera here, and then another $1,800 camera, and then bam, another $1,800 camera, because I know how to budget. And then when people see you, they go, oh man, that camera costs $1,800? Yeah, it costs $1,800. Oh man, that camera costs $1,800? Yeah, that costs $1,800. How much? That one costs $1,700, $1,800. Imagine all this back in that day. That's a lot of money, right? You're looking at $6 grand right here. But in order to have something, $6 grand worth of cameras, you have to budget in other areas. You have to prioritize your, your priorities. So that's why the Bro Metro Retro Brocades, we're not putting it together right away because I'm on a budget. I told you guys a long time ago, I'm gonna keep it real. Donate if you want to see this project completed faster. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. I say that all the time. Don't hate, don't wait, donate. Same thing with my other projects. But I haven't been getting any donations lately, and I'm keeping it real. So since I haven't been getting donations, you guys are just going to have to wait. I don't have a problem with it because I already have the product. I'm showing you guys what's possible. I was trying to help the community out and show you guys how to build an electric car on a budget, on a bro budget, okay? That was the original concept. Just like I'm showing you guys with the camera. So that's why I'm going back to the cameras right now, because what I do is I work with I have whatever element I have to work with. Okay, if it's a hot day, I need to do something. I need to, you got to change with your environment. That's what I'm trying to say. So it's not time to work on a car right now. It's kind of hot out here. I'm getting hot right now, just talking. So only thing I can say, and I know I'm looking scroungy and scraggly a little bit, but I don't care right now. Because my point is, You got to change within your environment. So I built like a little mini bench. Okay, it's sitting in the house right now. I got the motor on there. I got the motor controller. I got the DKD speedometer on there. I got the accelerator pedal on there. I got the gear shifter on there. And all this stuff I'm wiring up. The only thing I haven't wired up was the gear shifter, because it's a little tricky on that gear shifter, the way I'm gonna have to wire it up. But I haven't wired it. I kind of wired it up a little bit, but not really. The DKD I've wired up, and which is a speedometer, electronic speedometer. We got the motor. It's all mounted on a board. I'm gonna show you. I'm probably gonna pop it out. I could pop it out today and show you, but I want to show you why I'm tuning it and everything with the app. So I got to use this phone right here to run it on the app and do the calibrations. And then I probably have to use another camera to record me doing it. So we will do that soon. I don't know when. Maybe this weekend. And I didn't really want to bring it out here. You know, I didn't want to really bring it out here. Probably do it in the house. Or I'll do it, go to the Broadcaster Museum and we'll do it there. But that's still another project. One thing that you will find out about me is that I have multiple projects. And I don't always complete them when other people want me to complete them, because I'm independent. I complete a project on my own time. I don't have a deadline for something. I may want to do it at a certain time, but I'll say, I didn't make that deadline, so what? Nobody can penalize me for not completing the project. I'm not getting paid. I'm not getting paid for completing the project, and I'm not even getting, like I said, I'm not even monetized right now. I'm not even monetized on YouTube. Yes, I do have a lot of subscribers. I got like 10,000 subscribers. I think 700 and some videos now, including this one. Probably like 715 videos or something like that. And I'm not even getting paid. So I don't have any motivation to do something so fast. Yeah, oh, Tony, you said you were going to build that car and you were going to build it last month. It doesn't matter, because I don't have any motivation behind it. There's nobody paying me to do this video. Nobody's paying me, no sponsors, none of that kind of stuff. Okay, I'm not a big time YouTuber. Who cares? You know, maybe one of these days, maybe not. But the main thing is educating you guys, showing you what's available, what's possible. You know, to take it to that next level. What's possible? Like I said, going back, looking at the old stuff, taking it to the new stuff. How you doing, man? Taking it to another whole level. So my goal is to do my videos whenever I want to do a video. I want to do a video at 5 o'clock in the morning, which I did a couple weeks ago. I did a video at 5 o'clock in the morning, just right there. Just rolled my camera outside, did a video. Here I am, 5 o'clock in the morning. I may do another one 5 o'clock this morning. I might show you guys the motor controller stuff at 5 o'clock in the morning. Because I like to have peace. And I got to think about what I'm going to do before I even do the video. Now, I've been talking for a while. This is a long video, 58 minutes, okay? Wow. We're going to end this video, but I basically want to show you guys, basically, like I said, MiniDV Monday, bam. We're going to end this with the MiniDV Monday once again, bam, 1,800 bucks, bam. What, no, 1,800 right here, 1,800. I think one of these was 1,700. And like I said, MiniDV Monday, okay? That's what this is about. Taking old technology, bringing it back to life. I kind of gave you guys some pointers on how you can do it. Like I said, pop some wires in here. This particular one right here, I think I'm more focused on this one because once again, I told you about the battery system. This one has that same type of, it does not have, oh, in the back here. I didn't show you guys this one. This one has the AV in the back, the yellow. Yellow's always AV, red's always microphone. If you see a red ring, it's usually for a microphone, external microphone, so you can plug in like a shotgun microphone, a handheld microphone, a wireless microphone. Yeah, that's kind of cool if you have that. But this does not have that. This only has AV out, so you could put a 3.5 millimeter in there with some RCAs coming out. I could plug this straight into my TriCaster. I could plug this straight into my any of my other adapters or whatever, converters, and I could go straight into my PC, and I could see everything that's on this camera. It would be great. And you don't have to use tapes anymore. We're bypassing tapes. We're making these tapeless units, okay? That's what MiniDV is about today. It's how to take an old signal and still be able to use this camera, but don't use any tapes anymore. Some of these cameras, the tapes still work, which is great, but I don't bank on the tape system working. The mechanisms on a lot of these cameras are damaged, or tapes get bad. And where can you get tapes now? I mean, I guess you can still get them somewhere, but it's not worth it. You want to shoot straight to an SD card, a memory card, OBS, your computer. You know, you want to shoot to some medium to where you can send it straight out to the web. So MiniDV Monday, this is a perfect example. I think I could. Once again, I was examining these cameras today. I was looking at them all day. I posted them earlier. This one's a perfect one right here. You can see the pins. You can see where the pins are. You can see the battery connectors. And if you look on the other side of the battery, it's gonna show the polarity. Okay, I know you guys can't see this camera well. It's okay, but it shows the polarity: positives at the top, the negatives at the middle, and this is 7.4 volts, 680 milliamp battery, lithium. Doesn't matter. This battery does not matter. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Read my lips. It doesn't matter. You can take this camera, still power it up, get a little power supply. As long as you got, what does it say, 7.4 volts, 7.4, 7.5, whatever. Get one of those little power supplies, hook the two wires in where I told you, one wire in the top, one wire in the bottom. Take the battery and use the battery for pressure to snap the wire, to hold the wires in. Okay? You can tape them in there or whatever after you do that. Stick the wires in, put some tape in there, put the battery back in, and it's gonna look phony. It's gonna look kind of funky. You have two wires coming out here somewhere, and bam, now you're using your camcorder, and you can have a big battery in your pocket. A 7.4 volt battery, one of them little radio control batteries that go in the little RC cars. 7.4 volts, as long as it's 7.4 volts. You know, get you one of the RC batteries, put it in your pocket, bam, walk around, be filming with this old camera from 1990. This is from 2000. From 2000, yeah. You know, you want to have you what is it called? You want to have you a digital Canon Allura? Yeah, what you filming with, man? What you filming with, brother? Man, I'm filming with a Canon Allura, a Canon Allura MC. They do say MC on there. A Canon Allura 2 MC. That's what I'm filming with. That's how you talk when you're in the hood. You gotta talk hard. You gotta talk hard. Make everything sound hard. Yeah, man, what you filming with? Man, I'm filming with a Canon Allura MC. You know what I'm saying? Canon Allura MC. They're gonna say, cause you know people want to brag. I'm just saying, people want to brag nowadays. People saying, what kind of phone you got? I've got the iPhone 17. I just got the iPhone 17. What you got? I got the iPhone 18. Ah, wow. I used to go, wow, that's nice. I mean, back in the day, if somebody came out and said, man, look what I got. I got the Canon Allura. You know what I'm saying? Anybody walking around with no big old camcorder, big old plastic looking Quasar camcorder, that's what I had. Okay? I still talk about it. 1986. I was proud. I was proud to have my plastic. That mug was hecka plasticky. It's in the house right now. I'm gonna bust it out again and show you. I should have brought it out here and show you a comparison. But that big old plastic camcorder was $1,500, and I was making payments on it. Read my lips. Making payments on the $1,500 camcorder from 1986. Working at Burger King. I'm keeping it real. I was working at Burger King, doing my own thing. You know what I'm saying? So, bam, if this would have popped up during that time, I would have been like, wow, that is nice. Wow. A Canon Allura, what is that? This technology wasn't even out. This wasn't even out back then. You didn't know that, man, where that tape at? Look how small this tape is. This is big to people nowadays, but this is small back then, okay? Nowadays, well, people shooting on a little SD card, okay? This phone right now is recording on a little SD card, okay? Back then, this was little. That's how technology has changed. So anyway, thank you guys for tuning in today. Thank you for tuning in to what do we call this? MiniDV Monday, broadcasting MiniDV Monday, broadcasting MiniDV Monday. Thank you for tuning in to broadcasting MiniDV Monday. And once again, DV cameras, high-A cameras, VHS camcorders. I'm covering all categories. Whatever kind of camera you have, you can take it and you can modify it. I showed you guys the ways. From the AV outputs, you can modify it to where you can run these cameras in your computer or run it in your recorders or whatever you want to do, just to have some fun. That's all I'm doing. I'm just having fun with these retro vintage cameras from 2000. This is from 2000 once again. I'm going to end it 2000. This one's from 1998, and 1999. Okay? So once again, MiniDV Monday. I love you guys. Peace and love. And once again, I always tell you guys, don't hate. If you like this content, don't hate. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Don't procrastinate. Procrastinate. Donate. Go to my cash app. It's $Tony McDew. Okay? $Tony McDew, because I love you. And we out.